What is going on, guys? My name is Tim Roswick, and today we're talking about competitions because competitions and festivals and all those sorts of things can be really, really important for showcasing your game. When I ran a marketing company, one of the major things that we would have all of our clients do was go to events. Like I said, I had a lot of supplement companies and fitness related companies. So big events for them were like Mr. Olympia and some of like the crazier trade shows and events like, for some of the more tech companies, we had E3. And those are really, 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 really important. But for game developers especially, I think it's a whole new level of um, awesome because not only do you when you submit, a lot of the judges and the panelists on these groups that judge these competitions are usually award-winning designers. They're usually designers that have a lot of connections. They're people that have made successful games. So having someone like that see your work and be aware of it can be a big boost. Even if you don't win the competition, having that person be aware of you and then follow up with them afterwards can be like a great open up to a connection to someone that's very successful and you can learn from them. If you win these competitions and stuff, there's prize money. Sometimes there's free booth space. Sometimes there's free exposure. All kinds of different things. Even if you don't win, being on someone's website, being showcased at one of the booths for like IndieCade or any some of so all sorts of like different kind of places. So I wanted to share that with you guys today because Phylophobia is reaching the point where it is in a state where I can submit it. We're still working on like the main campaign and like the progression curve, but we've got enough there, and I think once we get the story stuff in, we'll be able to start submitting it. So I was looking for places where I could share this stuff, where I could actually like find competitions and things, and I found this really cool little site. Well, it's a page really. I'll put the link in the description, but I wanted to share it with you guys real quick. It's promoterapp.com/calendar. Promoter app, by the way, is a cool little application that allows you to track mentions of your games and distribute keys and all that great stuff, which is good. But they have this cool little chart of all the upcoming festivals and submissions and stuff. And you click on every single one of these. So Casual Connect, right? 16th of January. It's free to submit. This is the submission form right here. All you got to do is just fill it out and put your game in, and boom. You can go through and fill out, and put your game to as many different places as you want. I found this was really awesome. There's a lot of things like this out there that have specific upcoming things where you can submit your games to. And it's worth doing even if you don't think that you'll win or you don't think anything's worth it. I would definitely take some precaution and make sure that you tailor your game and the experience that you give them, right? Don't just like give them a buggy build with like 10 random levels. You want to actually give them a coherent experience that will walk them through what your game is and kind of the stuff that it does. But I thought it was really interesting, really cool, and there's a lot of really cool places that I'm going to submit to. Casual Connect is definitely something that I'm going to be submitting to for sure. Indie Mega Booth is a great way to get exposure, and it's super cheap. It's $50 to get an Indie Mega Booth on PAX East on the 17th of November. And that form is right here. Like, boom. It's super easy. We've got Alt Control GDC, which is fantastic. BAFTA, that sounds familiar. I don't think I've heard of that. British Academy Film Awards. No, I haven't heard of that one. Google Play Indie Games Contest. Look at that. I got plenty of games on Google Play. Maybe I'll enter some of those. That's interesting. So there's a whole bunch of like good stuff worth looking for, and I wouldn't just look at this link. I would look at all kinds of stuff. I would Google different awards. I would find all these different places, because this stuff can be free exposure for you, right? If you go to one of these events, so some of these are events and not necessarily competitions, but so for Mega Booth, right, real quick, uh, I think it's really, really great to be at a place like PAX East, where you can not only network with all the developers, all the people there, and you can work and help each other, but on top of that, you can watch people play your game. People that have never heard of you, never seen you, are not your friends, did not get introduced to you, whatever. They play your game, and watching them play is so important. You can see very clearly how engaged they are, what they think of the game. It's really important for not only like the testing and stuff, but for marketing too. Like if someone sees your game at PAX East and then they hear about it a couple months later when it comes out or whatever it is, like yo, that could be an instant sale right there because oh yeah, I saw that game at PAX East versus what is this game? I've never heard of that. Even if they don't play it, right? Like even if they just see your booth or something. So this stuff is definitely worth taking a look at, and I would, like I said, I'll put this link in the description. But I wanted to share it with you guys because I'm getting ready to do this. I've been debating on whether or not I'm going to share my Philophobia marketing stuff because I'm starting to ramp up on the marketing for that game because it comes out in February. I don't want to like. I'm not trying to push the game down you guys' throats or anything like. So that I've been kind of resistant to share stuff, but I think it would be really helpful to kind of share the marketing process behind some of the stuff that I'm gonna do, what places I submit to, where I go. Like if I end up at PAX East or anything like that, I'll definitely let you guys know so we can maybe do a meetup or something. But yeah, I just wanted to share this and let you guys know about it, and hopefully you submit your game to some of these festivals and places and competitions, and I think it will be amazing if one of you guys win or you end up at one of these places. It's always worth applying for. These are competitions and they're kind of mixed in with festivals. It looks like, but let me check real quick, see if we can find any link. Yeah, so Pixel Prospector has a link. I've seen this before. These are the indie competitions with prizes, so you can go ahead and like just straight up click through each one of these. They have prizes, but competitions, festivals, it's worth doing all that stuff, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So if you found this useful, please leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you guys. Once again, I'm Tim Roswick, and I will see you tomorrow.